Okay, we just came from Brightstone where we got a ton of upgrade materials. So now it's time to get a weapon worth upgrading. So we're heading Huntsman's Copse for Ricard's Rapier. Now Ricard's Rapier has pretty low base damage, but the scaling is incredible. It has 100% dex scaling as compared to the normal Rapier's 40%. That means that Ricard's Rapier scales incredibly well into the late game. Now in most runs you probably wouldn't bother with it, partly because you wouldn't come to Huntsman's Copse, and partly because it's actually weaker than the normal Rapier until about 40 dex. So there's usually not much benefit. But in this run, we have to come this way eventually anyway, and we are going to be able to afford a lot more than 40 dex. So Ricard's Rapier will become the strongest Rapier in the game. It's definitely worth going out of your way for. Okay, so we're coming up on the first bonfire. We're going to light this so we can come back here to talk to Falcon here. He won't talk to us yet. We need 8 innate faith, and also we can't afford to buy from him just yet. We need to save our souls. So we'll just light the bonfire so we can come back when we're ready. Take out these guys so they aren't really much of a threat. Okay, don't get ambushed by this guy around the corner. Lure him back into the hall. Don't get poisoned by moths. We're going to snipe them all from up here. There are 4 moths in this room. I'm going to shoot them all from this upper platform. Okay. Come up to this edge here. That first one's easy. This next shot is a bit tricky. Take some practice to get the positioning right. But now that all 4 moths are dead, I don't have to worry about them when I come back into that room. Okay. Snipe these guys. Take some fall damage here to prime for RTSR. And now let's get the stone ring on. That might be important for these enemies coming up. Okay, now there are 2 guys hanging from this ledge here. There's one. The other hasn't spawned in yet. He doesn't always spawn in right away, and I'm not entirely sure what triggers him. But you don't want to go forwards until you've taken out both of them. There he is. Sometimes he just doesn't appear, and you might think you're safe, but you're not. Make sure you get both of them before you continue. Okay, now don't open the door. There's an enemy who will try to attack through the door and hit you. There he is. So bait him, finish him off. And I'll get his friend out here, take him out with a rolling attack as well. Again, rolling attacks with the rapier, great gap closers. Trick this guy into jumping around. There he is. He tries to ambush us, but we're ready for him. Now we equip all the weight we possibly can. We need to take a lot of fall damage. Okay. Drop here and light this bonfire so we can come back later. And let's go. Now we are at 89.7% weight. That's a lot of weight, but that's fine. So we need that shiny there. So aim for it and run off this edge. So even if you roll from that angle, you'll be fine. This is a Pharaoh's Lockstone. We're going to need that. Now aim for this cave. Run off the edge again for RTSR. Now if you miss RTSR there, it's not the end of the world. It's just makes this basilisk a little faster. It's nice to have, but you can get by without it. Free soul over here. Alright. Now we snipe the basilisk. We could fight him with the rapier, but there's just not much point. It's not really worth the risk. No need to learn his moveset, and you can just snipe him safely from up here. goes. He drops 3 large shards, so grab those. Oh, that was not the shards. That's fine. That must have been from one of the moths. Okay, and grab Ricard's Rapier. Now we're almost done here. Just gonna come through this door for one last free soul, and then we'll get out. Okay, so we've got our weapon. Now it's back to Majula for some upgrades. First we buy all the remaining shards. We only need 6 right now, but we're going to need all of them later. This is a good time to grab them, grab the rest. And now we plus 10. There we go. Now as I mentioned, Ricard's Rapier has low base damage but incredible scaling. So let's get some decks. Right now we're at 282. And look at that increase. That is a large increase. That's 100% dex scaling at work. So now our weapon is pretty strong. And we're ready to fight some stuff. So, next stop, Flexile Sentry.